He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away.
First of all, it's triggering a lot of unreleased pain, repressed anger, guilt, and suffering that a lot of women have had.
Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common.
Oprah had been arrested in connection with an alleged sex trafficking ring and that her house had been raided.
Jay-Z should be charged. All of that was going on when Diddy was harassing her.
Oh.
Because he's been harassing her.
For years, Oprah reigned as the queen of talk shows. If there was any fad, trend, or celebrity that started to gain traction, you'd best believe you'd see them on the Oprah Winfrey Show. She's one of the most prominent black billionaires in the entertainment industry, but Jaguar Wright might have a thing or two to say about her, because she's on a mission to expose those who control everything, including Diddy and Jay-Z. Oprah Winfrey has managed to maintain a squeaky clean image for decades. She has turned herself into a powerhouse starting from her talk show. But the truth is, no matter what, you need to fight your way up a field, and Hollywood has always been known to play dirty. So what did Oprah do to become a powerhouse? Apparently it's nothing good if her friendships with people like Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein are anything to go by. And then there's Diddy. But why do people think Jaguar Wright will expose Oprah? Because she's also been a whistleblower on Diddy way before the FBI caught on to him. And she's saying the same thing about Jay-Z. Let's start with the biggest recent news. Jaguar Wright went on Piers Morgan Uncensored and claimed that Jay-Z was just as big of a monster as Diddy, and it was time people realized that.
Why there's no vindication for me? Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond.
And she brought up a very sinister point that was always in front of us, but we didn't notice.
You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
It's important to note that her bringing up quiet relations in the industry is correct, because many times A-listers distance themselves from their celebrity friends publicly as soon as there's a scandal and people overlook them. After all, nobody talks about Oprah and Harvey Weinstein anymore, but it is a fact that they were close for decades and worked on several projects together.
Barbara, be quiet.
We're pleased to welcome Harvey back to Studio 57. Welcome.
Thank you, Charlie.
So what should we expect from this year's Oscar nominations?
You know, I would always suspect a surprise. There's always going to be somebody who's going to be shocked.
So what's the surprise so far in the other announcements that have been made so far?
I know that Gal's, you know, her great friend, but you know, and it's my movie, Lee Daniels, The Butler, but the fact that Oprah didn't get a Golden Globe nomination is shocking. Thankfully, she got the Screen Actors Guild, which reflects more of the Academy. And she got the British Academy Award, BAFTA, last week, because the Globes aren't members of the Academy, you know, the Hollywood Foreign Press, but those two other groups have huge crossover. So obviously, fingers crossed for her. That was quite a snub, you know, that happened there, like kind of like the Afflecks.
And it's also true that till the end, she skirted over any criticism that named him and instead tried to use her influence to focus the conversation on the industry as a whole rather than Harvey's own misdeeds. Some even suspect that this was because she feared him exposing her if she called him out publicly.
Let's talk about what's happening with Harvey Weinstein. I know you posted on Facebook already, but you haven't kind of spoken yet publicly about what's going on.
I think that this is I'm always trying to look for the rainbow in the cloud, whatever is the silver lining. And this is what I do know for sure. When something this major happens, when you have the fallout, 50 women coming forward, that it's a watershed moment. And what I do believe is actually happening is that, first of all, it's triggering a lot of unreleased pain, repressed anger, guilt, and suffering that a lot of women have had. I happened to be on set with several actresses the other day, and we were filming some things, and they were like, hadn't slept over a period of 2 or 3 days, and I was like, what is that? I said, oh, you guys are suffering from PTSD.
And when you start talking about it out loud, too,
everybody has a story. Everybody has a story. And so I think this is a watershed moment. And if we make this just about Harvey Weinstein, then we will have lost this moment. I think this is a moment where no matter what business you work in, there have been women who not only had the disease to please, that's a part of it, but who felt that in order to keep my job, in order to keep my position, in order to keep moving forward, I've got to smile, I've got to look the other way, I got to pretend he didn't say that, I got to pretend he didn't touch me. I think those days are about to be over.
Seal even called her out for being a pretender following her Oscar speech.
Let's go back to the Golden Globes for a second. Oprah is now being criticized for her speech that night by a very unlikely star.
Me too.
3 days after Oprah publicly supported victims of sexual assault in the wake of numerous allegations against Harvey Weinstein, singer Seal Instagrammed this meme. Showing Winfrey kissing the disgraced mogul, it reads, "When you have been part of the problem for decades, but suddenly they all think you are the solution."
Please welcome Seal!
The 54-year-old who's appeared on Oprah's show captioned his post, "Oh, I forgot, that's right, you'd heard the rumors, but you had no idea he was actually serially assaulting young starry-eyed actresses, my bad."
And then there's the fact that Oprah herself was suspected of sex trafficking a few years ago. That doesn't bode well for her supposed no connection to Diddy.
Oprah shuts down sex trafficking arrest rumors. The media mogul takes to Twitter to respond to awful rumors stating she had been arrested. After finding out her name was trending on social media, she decided to address the rumors. Oprah tweets, "Just got a phone call that my name is trending and being trolled for some awful fake thing. It's not true. Haven't been raided or arrested. Just sanitizing and self-distancing with the rest of the world. Stay safe, everybody." A conspiracy theory surfaced online claiming that Oprah had been arrested in connection with an alleged sex trafficking ring and that her house had been raided.
Coming back to Jaguar, she has been on a roll and doesn't intend to let Diddy or Jay-Z off. She named some major Hollywood celebs as those who she claims were complicit in Diddy's crimes and called on him to snitch on Jay-Z.
Stevie J should be charged. Mary J. Blige should also be charged. Jennifer Lopez should definitely be charged. Should I keep going?
I mean, you're hitting it on.
Jay-Z should be charged. Khaled should be charged. Rick Ross should be charged. Usher should be charged and tried with him. Or for Justin Bieber alone.
Now, Carisha and Rick Ross just sat down together in an interview.
Yeah, I know. Two Diddy doo-wop bops. What a reunion. Only thing they got
Now,
will Diddy start snitching?
She threw it up. Yeah,
you better.
She said she was particularly interested in what he could tell the feds about Kathy White, Jay-Z's alleged mistress, who many claim was murdered by him.
See, I know you know what happened to Corey. Diddy, I know that. You and Jay-Z. Down in Vegas in Tao with Claudia.
I was saying, if those who don't know who Kathy is.
Kathy Coriana White, Jay-Z's pregnant mistress, who died 24 hours after she announced that she was going public with their relationship and the baby while he was married to Piers.
She even said that Diddy and Jay-Z have been cooperating with the feds for years and said several secrets are now coming to light.
Everybody knows at this point in time, Keefe D ain't do it. He's already made it very clear he had a profit deal, which means he's been working with the government all this time. When are people going to start asking how long Diddy and Jay-Z have been cooperating with the government as well? Everybody was cooperating with the feds but them? Doesn't make any sense. What I do know, though, is that everyone is starting to notice things that they didn't notice 15, 20 years ago. Suge isn't looking like the monster that everyone painted him out to be. And Diddy sure ain't no choir boy. The more we start to uncover things, we're starting to realize that whatever we've been led to believe, it's actually the exact opposite.
Of course, one of them might be Oprah. A lot of people are waiting to see who she'll expose next.
So then, that kind of makes you think, well, the things that she said about these other folks that's in the industry, what about them?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, should people start looking at those people too to see, like, oh, she was right about this guy.
Who's next? The Jaguar, naming out a list of folks.
But she already said Jay-Z was I guess worse than P. Diddy supposedly. But who knows, man? You know, I think that world is crazy within its own.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of weird stuff, and you know, I don't know about this whole Illuminati type thing people be talking about, but
about them folks.
It's definitely something going on when it comes to money and power.
Yeah, there's probably like a secret society.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
It's obvious she's not one to hold back. She even brought up Obama's involvement with Jay-Z.
Ain't nobody asked what the fuck Barack Obama was doing hanging out with Jay-Z. Like you're not JFK. You're Barack Obama. You're not JFK. What the fuck you doing running around with a Rat Pack? What you doing? Cause we know they was at the Diddy party. Y'all always raved about all the fun times you spent with the Carters. You know what I'm saying? That bitch high.
She also talked about how Diddy is still harassing Janet Jackson. This is another Oprah and Diddy connection, because despite many calling them out as liars, Oprah invited Michael Jackson's accusers to her show and gave them a platform. She even promoted a documentary against him.
And let me ask this, because we live in a world of truth now, and
but
I know.
Meanwhile, when she married that billionaire, all of that was going on when Diddy was harassing her.
Oh.
Because he's been harassing her. For years.
Janet? Damn.
And they won't talk about it.
I can see him.
So when I hear Orlando bringing up the Janet Jackson thing and saying it in his little code word, I know what that means. I know what he's saying. But the truth is Janet is under heavy scrutiny. She did what she had to do to survive. She's strong. It's just that Jackson family stigma.
Jaguar also brought up weird and suspicious deaths in the industry that didn't make sense.
And rest in peace, Tito Jackson, but Janet just did an interview saying that in good times, because she was a little more developed as a child, they were questioning of even keeping her on the Good Time show, as far as her, she was
developing fast.
Yeah, they was developing fast. And it comes to Hollywood, what does that say to, again, we see the Weinstein stories, we see these stories, but what does that say to a Hollywood producer who says, oh, she's developing fast? Well, how can we mitigate it? How can we stop it? And this is back in, Good Times is, rest in peace, John Amos. We can.
I hope he can.
Damn.
I hope he can rest in peace.
Damn. What?
I hope.
This is John Amos. This is good.
I hope he can. Listen to me. That whole situation with his death is weird.
It's very weird.
It's weird. And I'm sick and tired of people chalking elderly people dying unexpectedly up to, oh, well, he was old. He lived a long life. Old people are supposed to die. Yeah, when it's their time. We ain't talking about when people are making it people's time, like with Clarence Avon.
Yeah.
Viable human beings, thriving human beings, regardless of what age they are. John Amos was doing fine, and then there was some arguments in his family. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, no, the fact that his daughter said, I found out when y'all found out on social
because
media.
the other son was over there doing some other stuff, and then the one son was...
It brings up questions. That's all it does. It brings up, to say he passed in August and via October is when it's TMZ or when it's reported.
And he died in August. He been dead all this time. Sounds a lot like my old manager, Richard Nichols, who they said was already dead but didn't die for a few weeks. Sounds like the numbers didn't add up and they just needed to hold it. It's weird. Weird.
After all, there's not a lot she won't say. She's already claimed that Jay-Z is behind Diddy's downfall because he can't stand seeing someone come close to his level and prefers being the sole king of the hill.
So who's next?
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing shit different. He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
Meanwhile, although the Carters sent Piers Morgan a cease and desist and made him apologize for having her on the show, Jaguar sees the big picture.
We talked about it briefly and I said, we have to do it. We have to. Because the one thing I know about Piers Morgan is he is smart prey. And not only is he smart prey, he is a great conductor of information. He also vets things viciously. And I want to thank you for that. Because if my word is good enough to make it through Piers Morgan's firewall of please don't sue me, then I guess he just vetted me for every ounce of real life content on this blue couch. We thank you for that.
Do you feel that Piers Morgan allowed you to get, because you only have so many minutes, I know you don't know exactly how the show is going to be structured.
Yeah.
Did you get what you want to say out? And was there more for you to say? Of course there's more to say.
I'll never have enough to say. Right. There will never be enough screen time for me to say. But what I will say is, I'm grateful for the questions he asked. I'm grateful for the time he gave me to answer. And I pray that I was able to hit everything that needed to be hit for the public.
And at the end of the day, whistleblowers like Gene Deal and Jaguar Wright didn't have to say everything they did.
And I'm like, I had to call Gene. Because for us, we get a lot of flack for just telling the truth. And the truth is, the only thing I would say that we're doing is just being accountable for what we saw and being accountable for the hell it started. You know, what a lot of people don't realize is right now in this moment, everybody's looking at, oh, well, if Diddy's is bad, what about this person? What about that person? And people love tying people's names into things without really thinking about it. And Luther Campbell has some interesting things to say about former bad boy security. So I want to say it right now with this man present. If he was not there, I can only imagine how much worse things would have been and could have gotten.
I didn't have to say nothing to nobody. That's what people don't understand. I chose to. You understand? They want to make up the stories they want to make up. And that's what you get this internet. You got a lot of people making up stuff. But then when the stuff come true, they look stupid, they don't say nothing. They quiet as a church mouse. All the things that Jagden said, You understand? And the only thing I disagree with Jag about this was Chris. That's the only thing I disagree with it.
Will Oprah's turn come soon? Or will she manage to get off scot-free once again? Let's wait and see. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. That's it for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the stories that shape entertainment. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.